Hello. Now I would like to show you a little bit more advanced modeling procedures. So I will show you something from the chapter 11. So we will learn how to create points in a solid model and how to do split command and learn how to do offset oblique work plane. So basically, we will just make one sketch. It looks like for the beginning. So we will do maybe an XY plane, and this is symmetrical sketch. So before I start, I will make one line in the middle. So you see, I turn on this option when I want to show invisible line, the one that will just help me out. So I did a line in this, and I made one in, and it doesn't matter how long it is. And then the second one, I would do this rectangular shape, but for me, I know it's just easy to make a rectangle. Oh, so you see it, before you do that, make sure this is turned off. So I'll make one rectangular shape, however it is, and then I will dimension this from 0 to be 0. And then I can use symmetry to make this shape around this middle line. So left, right, middle, simple as that. And then there's another one. I will just make it like this. You see, it's still not perfect. Again, use symmetry, left, right, middle. And now I'll just trim away these other ones. And when you use trim, you can just like easily just go around things you want to remove and they will disappear. To me, this is just easy way to make this shape. And I want to see, so you see, usually they would not be leveled. So it broke up this rectangular shape in 2 levels, but I could easily use this collinear constraint and make these two in the same level. So you see, now they're in the same level. And now I would add dimensions. I think somehow, oh, I made, this is not 0. It looks like this is something else. So this might be 0.5 minus 0.5. Yeah, that's minus 0.5. I know it looks weird, but it's more like that. So this is 1. Okay, I need dimension 1. And then this inside one is also 1. Oh, before I do that, you see you can use, so X is here. So I will use horizontal for this. And now I can, well, let's make bigger one first, 3. So it will look more like that shape. And here, oh, I already have it. I just have to put that it's 1. So you see, now we have that shape. So somehow I'm seeing a line here. Yeah, finish. That's the shape. And now we will extrude this by 4. Extrude by 4 inches. See, only 4. I'm not changing anything. Default. They want us to do rectangular option inside to draw. So I'm just going to select this plane. And I'm drawing one rectangular shape over there. Again, I can use symmetry line to help me out with this. So I can use the symmetry, left, right, middle one. So now I have less stuff to dimension. And what they want to do, they want to do 0.188. And then here again, so it's the same thickness, 0.188. And then the one here, 0.188. So finish. And now we will do probably extrude the rectangle through the whole thing. So we're selecting this, switching to cut, and through all. So now we have all of this. Okay. So next step, we would learn how to draw a different plane. So you see now we're here, we're like on the 11.5 page. right now, and they want us to make a new sketch in this surface. So we'll do 2D sketch, select the surface, and we are creating 2 points. They want us to do 2 points here. So the one is the one is on this surface, and the other one is on this one. I mean, on this line. So what I will do first, I will prepare for that. So I will project geometry, both of these. And again, I will escape that, project geometry, and I will convert both of these to the lines that are not visible geometry. So I need them to create these points. And points, let me see where the points creation, how to create point. Yeah, here, I see point. So I'm going to create a point, and look, we have an option for precise input where you can just click on where you want to create. But I will just make one here. So X will be 2.5. And I would just click somewhere. So you see my point is there, but I can use this tool, this coincident, just to say that I want this point to be here. So now when I dimension that, it should give me this 2.5. So this point is fully constrained. And another one, so I will make another point just outside, and then I would like to use coincident to say that I would like this point to be here. And you see, it didn't become yellow. This became yellow. So I can switch this to, if I select that, switch to invisible geometry, and then I can dimension my other point. So from here to the point, so the other point is at 3. So you see, in this way, we made 2 different points, one here and one there. Finish. So that's on the page 11.5. I'm flipping the page. So they want click on sketch 3 and make visibility. You see, if I click visibility, it doesn't show. But if I want to see it, I will click on visibility and I can see all these points. So then they want us to rotate the part like this and to make other sketch on this surface. So we're going to this surface. I think they want to show us how to do how to create another sketch with multiple points. So again, here I will prepare first. I will select this line, project geometry. I will convert this to invisible. So you see, by using project geometry and this, I can create another point, and I will put point anywhere outside. And then I like to use this coincident constraint, and I will say, can I put this point here? And then all I have to do is add 1 dimension, because I said that that point, I like it like this, because if I change anything later, that point will still stay in that line and on that surface. And then before, you can just switch these back to invisible lines, you see. So now we created a point over there. So now we exit, and now we see 3 points. You see one here. There are 3 points everywhere there. And then we can generate another point. So you see, we so far saw how it is to make the one offset from plane parallel to plane to the point. But then there's an option where you can go through 3 points like this. So you see 3 points. We can click. I think they're probably using this one. So I'm making that through the 3 points. I have 1, I have 2nd, and I have 3rd. You see, so now I'm using my work plane, goes through each one of these points. If you see this, and in the other one. So basically, we just make our new plane that goes through the 3 points that we wanted, and you see it's showing here the work plane. And now we want to do the option split. An option split is located under let me see, under the 3D model, under the modify here, so we can say split, and then they're telling me, you know, what I want to do. So basically, tool input geometry, and I would like to select, let me see what we have to select. Left click there, select tool, and then we need to move cursor on the edge of a newly created plane. So you see I did select newly created plane. So left click to the right, select tool, move the cursor over the edge of the newly created plane, causing it to turn red. And left click is shown like this. Okay. And then left click on the right side face here, probably because we probably have to say, what are we removing, which side? So, you know, I click over here, that's obviously on the other side. And if I say, okay, okay, what, no, there's something else we need to do. Okay, again, split, select tool, we select what we made. For the face, we select there, and then left click on the solid selection icon, keep side. I'm not seeing, where's keep side? One second. Split. Input geometry, all faces maybe. Select tool. We're cutting with this work plane. And faces. Let's see, I probably skip something. So split command remove part model from the either side of the work plane. So we selected the plane, and for the face, we're selecting the one on this side. Left click on the solid selection, tool solid. I'm not seeing this, only see a face. That's not right. I need to select the solid body. So let me see. Select faces. How do I switch? So you click here and select the solid. That's what I need, not the select with the plane. So I clicked with the solid. Yes, this is what I want. And I just want to keep one side. Yeah, that's basically so pay attention to this one. It wasn't showing. So we have to have tool solid, and we say okay. Oh, I don't want that side. I want the other side. So I'm going back to the split, and maybe I switch to this. You see, there's a vector. Yeah, that's what I want to keep. And you see my screen looks like this. So in this way, we learn how to make a plane that goes through the three different things and three different points. And basically, now we can clean this up. We can hide, right click, hide all these sketches. Hide visibility, hide work plane. So you see we have clean parts the way it shows. So you see this is very cool split function feature. And now at the end we can just, you know, make this some other color. Yeah, whatever you pick. And save. And again, 3D save, export PDF as a 3D model. 3D, and then let's make a quick drawing. So we will make a new drawing, and again sheet, maybe change size to maybe B or C. Let's see, B, and now we'll add base, maybe because it's longer. Well, I don't know, put like this maybe. Oops. You can even try to see if you put more of these, how everything will look. Yeah, I don't need this many. I just need projected view. So, if you do this, go back and pick projected, see from which side, how many, maybe some are the same. So you see these two, obviously we don't need both because they kind of look the same. And then projected, we can put there. And then if I double click this, I can switch to this raster view. Okay. And then I can make another projected view here. So in this way, and again, let's just add a bunch of dimensions. So it's easy just to use baseline. And when you have something like this, you just go left, whatever you see lines that are parallel all the way down, and we can just add all of them at one time. If you want to play with that, done. Maybe you can move some of them on the other side. So it's less crowded. So maybe put it this close. I'm just showing you different options of a feature. So, you can maybe decide later which one you really like. And you see, we have here rectangular shape. So it's better that we dimension it here when we really see dimensional shape. I mean, so maybe size, this would tell us location. Maybe for the size, it's better that we add how big is this. And try to use Alt or Shift or Control. This is Windows software. This does so. I'm using Control, so this will be better aligned. So here, if I zoom in and maybe again Shift, it will be more in the line with the other one. Because for a rectangular shape, it's better just to have location. So of the center. So basically, we need to add more dimension. We need to say where this line is, where this one is as well. And we can say how big is this rectangular shape by adding that. And again, if you want to change precision, you will go to Manage, you will go to Styles Editor, and you will switch precision to 3. So here I will go to Dimension, Default ANSI, and we will just switch precision to 3 because some of them are. So we can check, we have something removed here. Do we know how big is it? Yes, we do. By looking at this dimension and that. We have something removed there, same dimension, and 2 of these together. Don't dimension the third one. We know 3 minus 1 will give us that's 1. And then I'm looking at this rectangular shape. I know how big is it based on 0.625, 1.162, and I know where's location by looking at 0.88 and 1.811. Okay. And basically, I can use these two just to move something there so they don't look empty. It's better dimensioning practice just to have at least something in each one of them. But when I moved one there, I should remove one from here. Right click, delete. And then the height, overall height can be here because there's nothing happening there. And maybe we can add the angles, we can see maybe this angle. Okay, 1 second. Add 72 there. So, this is one version of how this can be dimension. Of course, there's many other. And since this is also symmetric, we can also add a symmetry line. It's not symmetric. Yeah, it's kind of different because of that angled. And at the end, again, like always, go to edit definition, change, this is part 11.0 ODU. Change your name. and change part number, because this will always be default name, file name that you make. And you can put also other stuff there. Yes. So you see, once you're done, you can just save. It's okay if you use the same file name because it's another extension, and you can just say export PDF and you put there 2D, because this is a two-dimensional engineering drawing. And there you go. That's all I wanted to show you in this tutorial.